Grand Rising family. So it's about 7, 8 in the morning over here, but I'm not sure what time this video is actually going to post. I'm a country girl, so it's going to take a little while regarding my reception. However, I have a quick channel message regarding individuals who are more prone to magic. And what I mean by that is like dark magic, adversity magic. And one thing that was brought to my attention, now I'm not demonizing the herb itself, marijuana. However, people who we have to realize that when we're under the influence of anything, we're more susceptible to dark magic. We're more susceptible to conflict magic and adversity magic, stuff like that. So, for example, let's say you're dating someone and they smoke a lot of weed. Outside of that, they're, really, nice person. They may be, very talented. They could be ambitious. They can be all of those things. But this person, has this tie, this cord with that substance itself. Now, especially individuals who we find they're constantly smoking, like at least several times a day, every day, marijuana, for example. I'm saying this could be any type of substance that can create psychedelic or, just not even psychedelic, but just weakens the barrier so that entities and all type of energies are able to come in. So with that being said, things could be going great with you guys, and then all of a sudden things just shift negatively or adversely, or it seems like this person is withdrawn, or it could be anything of that nature. What I received just now was that it's because regardless of how much control we feel we have over a substance, you have to literally look at it for what it is. If you constantly feel this strong urge to smoke this substance, or like you have to have it, do you really have control over it? Do you really have power over the substance, or do the substance have power over you? And that's something I used to always talk about when I did have my Facebook, which I no longer have because it's very toxic. But that's something I used to talk about with people because, I have, my moments where I would smoke weed and stuff like that. My thing is, who has the power over what? Does the substance have power over you, or do you have power over the substance? With that being said, having power over the substance, you can control the urge. There's no urges at all. Urges are absent. See, that's the thing. And even if it's not totally absent, it's not strong enough to overcome other aspects of you or your own strength whenever it comes to it, or the way that you idolize idolize this substance in your mind and your psyche. How do you view it? How do you perceive it, and how it applies to your understanding in your life. So that was my thing. Whenever I felt, I never like anything, including social media, to feel like it has so much power over my vessel, over my mind, over my emotions, over my psyche. The minute I feel that, I disconnect, I detach, I separate, because the biggest thing about existing in this life and being spiritual is being the commander-in-chief of your vessel, is being the operator and programmer of your own vessel, because there's always these other entities out here, or demonic forces and sources that's trying to be the programmer of you, that's steady trying to force these programs onto us, mentally, how we view ourselves, how we view one another, how we view success. All of these mental programs, all of these psychic and emotional programs, and desensitization I'm sorry, I missed that word. I jacked that word all up, but you know what I'm saying. So yeah, that was the quick channel message I had. I want to keep it short because when I keep my videos short, they pretty much upload quicker. So hopefully this resonates with somebody. Don't take it personal. You have to really look at, what does this person do with their life? What could be an outlet to dark energy, for it to come into you guys' connection or whatever the case may be. And once you understand that, separate yourself. It's not that, the person is all bad, because, some people, it's not that they're bad or evil or anything, but that's still an addiction that they have to overcome. And even that word, people don't like to hear that word, especially with marijuana. People don't like to hear that word. But the reality is, if you feel like something has so much power over you that you have to have it, that you're willing to make and build excuses around it, and not acknowledge the fact that, okay, I'm overindulging. That's the thing, overindulgence. People don't like to acknowledge the overindulgence. But regardless, that's what I wanted to say. Separate yourself and detach, because understand that this may not be just this individual that you're dealing with. They could at any moment be infiltrated by a dark energy. And on the flip side, that's going to be used against you when you're constantly devoting yourself to your high vibrational self and the Most High, and healing and transmuting trauma and all of that stuff, which a part of transmuting trauma is addictions. The way that you view these things. All right, so that's all I wanted to say. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. This is Kritek, the Authentic Empress.